England beat the stubborn Albania. It wasn't for the want of trying, but England got there in the end. So make sure you stay tuned for my full match reaction and analysis, and also my England player ratings. What did you make of the game? Stay tuned, find out what I think, and also to get involved yourself. But as England win once again. Welcome back to another video. If you're new, please do like and subscribe. Well, England got the job done. It was left late, wasn't it, to the second half. It was ultimately, in my opinion, left to their best player in Harry Kane. Who got himself a brace very quickly as well, within 8 minutes of each other. I think that first goal meant that Albania had to take a few more risks, and as a result, England got more space, in my opinion, for that second goal. But overall from England, it was a good performance because we come into it and the team, there was heavy. I say heavy, there was some rotation, Henderson coming in, Quansah coming in, Burn. This is changes, Walton, Bowen, Eze, Bellingham. I know they're all good players, the majority, in particular names I listed towards the end there, and Bellingham and Eze and Bowen and all that kind of stuff. But the point is, we made lots of changes, we rotated. It's always, it's not going to gel straight away. And these players, it's not even like teams, they play with each other even less. I know they know each other because, we play in the Premier League, but they don't play with each other. I do believe there's a difference in that. But Albania was stubborn, defended well. And let's be clear, Albania caused England a problem. They caused problems, I should say, on the counter. I think Albania would have eventually scored, but Dean Henderson, amazing bit of goalkeeping for one of our mistakes to win the ball, and I know Albanian fans didn't like that, but what a tackle from Henderson it was. That for me is why he's just such a good goalkeeper. But with two nice goals, first one, Harry Kane, right place, right time, do what he does best, good corner from Saka to be fair. But the second goal for me is better because what a ball by Marcus Rashford, it's absolutely delicious, put on a plate. And Harry Kane, again, right time, right place, do what he loves best. He'll love a service like that. He hasn't got too much to do. And Rashford deserves all the applause and all the credit for that. To England, that's it for the qualification. Won every single game and haven't conceded a single goal. It means a clean sheet in every one. Goddamn impressive. And I think in this game we proved that we can break down low blocks. We're going to face tougher teams in Albania, of course. So I'm not going to sit here and go, we're going to win the World Cup, or we can beat anyone. But I think we showed that you can play well, set up well defensively, and defensively resolute and disciplined, and cause England problems on the counter, but we can still beat you. I think it's promising. Doesn't mean we're going to win the World Cup, but it's what you want to see going into the World Cup. Player ratings then, I won't keep you for too long. Henderson then, goalkeeper, I think come in and big responsibility to wear the jersey. I think he's used to those big occasions. Of course, winning the FA Cup, and probably, let's be honest with you, win the Europa Conference League this year. So I'll give him a 7. I thought he'd done well, and a couple of big saves, but that moment as well to where he comes out and slides to win the ball from, I can't remember who gave the ball away, but he gave the ball away, which was sloppy, but he intercepts well, and I know the Albanian fans were in an uproar over it. But if you look it back, I get where you would be inside the stadium, but it's easier to even watch at home because you get to see it back, and we have the privilege of knowing what a tackle it was from Henderson. Then into the defence, Quansah coming in at right back. Not where I necessarily expected him to be, but I thought he'd done well, done a decent job there, so I'll give him a 7 too. I'm going to go one lower for John Stones. I'll give him a 6. I like him, don't get me wrong, but I think he can sometimes give the ball away, a little bit sloppy in possession, could do a little bit more. Burn, I don't think was his best game, if I'm honest. I think at times it looked a little bit out of place in terms of, I don't think he's got the quality of passing. I think it's a frustrating game within some of the passes and unnecessary kind of fouls. But at the same time, he's a hard worker, he's a very useful player. And I do overall like what he has to offer. So therefore I'm going to give him a 5.5, which probably feels on the harsh side. O'Reilly again really liked him. I'm going to get straight into that one with an 8. Again, really impressed me. I think his skill's really good. Drive going forward. Again, defensively, we talk about discipline. Great example there. Really good. Rice, I give a 7. I think he makes it midfield tick, doesn't he? Causes problems, whether it be taking corners or in the box from corners. Wharton, I give a 6. Not too much to say about his performance. Neat and tidy, that sums up Wharton. I don't think we saw the best of him, so I think he was tired, along with pretty much the whole Crystal Palace teams we saw just before the international break. So I think 100% fit and 100% ready to go. Wharton, I think would have been better, but still, I think he looked good. Bellingham, I'll give a 7. I think at times he was England's best player. Then he gives away fouls in frustration, and some things you do just think, oh, boy, come on, you can do better there. So Bellingham is a frustrating player to watch, but his talent is undoubtable. 7. Eze, I'll give a 6. I think he struggled to really make an impact on the game, but when he did, that's when he was impressive. So yeah, quiet, but boom, having quite a big impact when he is involved. And they often say, don't they, the best players are like that. He did test the goalkeeper a couple of times, to be fair. Bowen, I just think he's such a hard worker. I love the work rate, and this rating is based more off work rate, because I think some of his crosses were low and often didn't beat the first man, and at times you just think, oh, come on, that's poor. But for me, out there anyone in that England team, and they all work hard, don't get me wrong, but Bowen's the hardest worker based on that game anyway. So for that reason, I'm impressed. It's as simple as that. So I'll give Bowen a 6.5. Maybe on the kind side, because I just think his press, his work rate, his resilience. You can see how keen he is to make that position in the England team his, which he needs to do. Kane, I'll give a 9. I mean, scoring a brace and even just trying to get towards the end of the game, just trying to do everything, isn't he? Hold the ball up, trying this trick, trying this pass. It literally got everything. The only thing that's stopping it from being a 10 is there's a couple of opportunities where I thought, you could have done a tiny bit better. And some things I thought, come on, Kane. But he's lethal, he's clinical, and he's England's best player. He's hands down. Substitutes there, Bukayo Saka, I'll give a 6. I mean, there's one moment, wasn't he, in one-on-one with the keeper, ball over the top. Got to do so much better. Maybe he gets caught in two minds, but that's poor. I think he needs to be called out. That was poor. As simple as that. It's fine. It happens. It's football. Mistakes happen. You're human, but he should be doing better there. At the same time, it's a very good corner that leads to the goal. Foden, I give a 7, which is probably on the kinder side. I think Saka will feel like he could be higher than Foden, but I think Foden come on. Though he didn't again do anything explicitly that led to the goal, he's involved with looking bright, and I just love his drop of the shoulder. Anderson, I give a 7. Come on with the raw energy, will zap, and also brought some kind of calmness, both energy and calmness at the same time, which often doesn't go in the sentence, but he does. He just brings the calmness because you know that he's not going to lose the ball really, but also the energy that he's always willing to be on the ball and willing to receive. Rashford, I'll give an 8. I don't think he had a real impact, but that cross from Kane, that's bang on the money. I know he had a little bit of time, but that is just such a good cross. I would say such a very good cross. It go under the radar. So for that reason, I'll give him an 8. And Rodgers, I'll give him non-applicable because he only had 6 minutes of normal time on the pitch. So those are my England player ratings. So to recap, Henderson, 7. Concert, 7. Stones, 6. Burn, 5.5. O'Reilly, 8. Rice, 7. Walton, 6. Bellingham, 7. Eze, 6. Bowen, 6.5. Kane, 9. Saka, moving on to substitute, 6. Foden, 7. Anderson, 7. Rashford, 8. And Rodgers, non-applicable. What will be your England player ratings? Let me know in the comments below. To clarify, should have at the start, 10 is the highest. 10 is like, oh my god, look, you're never going to have a performance like that ever again. That's just incredible. And 0 is get lost, awful. We very rarely see 10s and we very rarely see 0s. Often spans in the region of, well, it can be anywhere between like 4 and 8, but most typically it's, kind of 5 to 8, 5 to 7 that we often see. And with this England team playing the way they do, it's often 6 to 8, which is a credit to them. Often around the 7 point, which is quite high, all things considered. So I'm happy. Good win for England. Bigger test to come. Just because we beat Albania and showed a bit of resilience doesn't mean we're winning the World Cup. But it does mean that we can, dig deep and get a result. So positives to take out of it. No need to overreact though. There's my thoughts. Honest as usual. Balanced as possible. I'll say how it is, while also being level-headed. And I think sensible. If I may say so myself, not always. But if you're new, please like and subscribe. I mean, I must be doing okay if you keep coming back. But if you get bored of me, don't worry. Keep subscribing and keep being on board, because my content's just not just delivered by me. I have the wonderful Jacob Bernstein delivering Spurs Women content now. I have Justin delivering loan roundups. I have a fantastic contribution from channel and podcast regulars, providing different video series and so many excellent things. So do get involved, join the community, and you can do that by subscribing and getting involved. Thank you very much, and a massive come on England.